welcome back to the mat. Welcome to this online space. I hope you all had a lovely Christmas, holiday, however you refer to it. Today, I think we should focus on just sort of relaxing. So Christmas is always such a rush, takes weeks, sometimes even months for people to prepare, and then it's over in a matter of minutes. But I also want to talk about something else before we get started. Sometimes the holidays aren't always a joyous time for people. Sometimes people are struggling, they're sad, they've lost a loved one, and maybe they don't even have contact with their family. So I'm just taking a moment as we settle in to practice today to honor those things, to honor the fact that we are here and that we do have purpose. And I want to invite you into today's practice to stretch and move the body, to use your breath to restore and soften the nervous system. So wherever you find yourself this morning, I just want you to be calm, want you to relax. You won't really need any props for this practice. I do have a set of blocks. I normally talk about how much I love blocks and then I don't even use them in the practice, but I do use them in my personal practice. I really love them. So if you have a set, you can grab them. You don't really have to have them. So it's not something, if you're somewhere and don't have them, that you absolutely have to have for this practice. I want you just to really be present in this moment. So I invite you to release any judgment or expectation for this practice and just simply sit for a moment. Maybe tune out the noise and allow just a space of softness to enter in through your mind, your body, and your soul. So if you're ready, just going to find a comfortable seat. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to take a nice breath in through the nose. And then exhale, open the mouth. Good. 2 more breaths just like that, pulling that breath in through the body. And out. Good, last one. Really sort of pull that breath in deep from in your belly, or into your belly rather, and then exhale. Let that breath all the way out. And as you sit for a moment, just want you to check in with your physical body. So again, awareness is very important in this practice, just noticing how you're feeling physically, what feels good, what feels tight, maybe where you're holding tension in the body. And just giving yourself a moment to recognize what your body is saying to you this morning. Maybe you can soften through the jaw. Allow the tongue to just rest in the mouth. Release it from the roof of your mouth. If it's pressing up, just soften. Good. And on your next breath, I want you to shift awareness into the mental and emotional self. So again, just looking into those emotions, deciding how you're feeling at this moment. Just noticing, not trying to manipulate or shift your mood based on this practice. If you came to the mat and you just feel like shit today, then that's where I want you to be honest with yourself. I want you to sit with that, notice that feeling, and allow space for that to be, instead of having to move it to the side. And as we practice, as we move through not just this practice, but others, I want you to be real with yourself and how you feel. If you have to come into this space and perform, then you're in the wrong space. When you're here, I want you to be able to be yourself. This is a safe space for you and all of your emotions, whether they are beautiful, strong, happy emotions, maybe it's the ugly, the not so great feelings, whatever that is, this is the space to be able to be yourself. It's just you, me, and the mat. Taking just a few breaths here again, just to notice any emotion that comes to the surface. Good, and when you're ready, I want you to inhale, take the arms up, really reach up, interlace those fingers, a little stretch, maybe side to side, doesn't have to be anything specific, just moving to what feels good. Inhale, reach, and as you exhale, you're just going to round. So bring those palms down, fingertips down towards the mat. Inhale, reach, and exhale. Round it out, belly button back to spine. Good, 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, soften. Good, last one. Inhale, reach all the way up. Full breath in. Exhale as you release down towards the mat. Good, releasing those fingertips here, maybe just a gentle wrist roll one way and then the other. And I want you to start to walk your fingertips out in front of you. So I want you to make sure that the back of your hips don't start to lift. So if those seat bones start to come up, I want you to back off a little bit. But once you find that space where you can relax your palms, I want you to release your chin down towards your chest. And maybe start to notice which foot is on top. So you should feel a gentle stretch in that right hip into the pelvis. Take just a moment here, another breath. Releasing that breath out. Good. Inhale, press yourself up, and you're just going to switch the pattern of your feet. Good. Taking a moment, sit up nice and tall. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're just going to round that back out this time. Good. Soften when you get there. Take a full breath in and out. Good. Slowly press yourself up and inhale. Take those arms up once more. As you exhale, right hand reaches, left hand over top. Good. Little side body stretch opening up through the rib cage. And you're just going to swing around the front as you plant that other hand and lift. Little stretch, maybe a little pulse. Good. Softening through one more time each side. Inhale, reach. And come around. Good. Good. Inhale, reach all the way back up. And exhale, hands down through your heart. Again, taking that moment of stillness, maybe to set an intention for your practice. Maybe it's just to be present in this moment. Maybe it's just a desire for a little quiet. A space where you can just breathe, move, and feel exactly how you need. Another breath in and out. Good. Slowly, when you're ready, you're just going to take the knees out, maybe the legs out, plant your feet, and just a little side to side here. Just to sort of warm up those hips. I don't know if any of you have dogs at home, but I have 2 German Shepherds, and their fur is pretty much everywhere. And I vacuum every single day. So anyway, just a little hip movement side to side. Good. And then I want you to bring the soles of your feet together. So taking just a moment, we're going to pause here for a second. So if you have those blocks, so a lot of times people think yoga teachers should be super flexible and bendy, and they are. I'm just not one of them. So I was several years ago, about 2 years ago, until I developed fibromyalgia, and since then things have gotten really stiff and I've lost some of my mobility and flexibility. So again, these blocks are really good for this. I really think it's important to strengthen the pelvic floor and to open up through those hips. So if this hurts, I have a lot of pain in here. So if this hurts you, these blocks are really good to just soften and support this position. So again, I want you to take a nice deep breath in. And as you inhale, I want you to gently lean back so that you're going to feel a little stretch here in the collarbone, from the shoulders, just across the front of the chest. If it feels right, you can look up. And then exhale, maybe just chin to chest. So you're not really rounding the spine, you're just releasing. Good. Inhale, look up. And exhale. Good. Last one. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Release it out. Good. Okay. I want you to come on to all four. So finding that tabletop position. When you get there, hands plant. Maybe just take the knees side to side. Good. Softly adding in those circles. So just warming up the wrist. If it feels right, you can flip one of those hands back towards you. Just be mindful that this is a very deep stretch, so just being careful. Good. And then the opposite way, of course, if it feels right, you can do both wrists. I just prefer to do one at a time. Good. And then pausing back in the center. So adding in a few cat-cows. I really want you to round here. Press the ground away. So soft bend in those elbows. Good. Inhale, gently coming forward. And take your time here. Really take a moment to round the spine, to get some space in between the vertebrae. And again. Good. Just two more. And round. Good. One more. And around. Good. Taking just a moment, sitting back on those feet. I want you to take your arm across the front of the body. Little stretch. Gently look towards that right shoulder. Good. Take a breath in. Good. Soften. Take the other arm across. Little deeper stretch, looking towards that left shoulder. Good. Slowly release. Taking those fingertips back behind you. So if you have really stiff shoulders, you can just reach back behind you, opening up. But if you have the mobility, I want you to really stretch and open up that chest. Maybe take the knees as wide as your mat if this feels okay. I want you to inhale. As you exhale, you're going to slowly shift forward. Relaxing that forehead down. I want you to bring those hands back behind you. Take a moment, maybe a little stretch. Good. Inhale. Slowly start to pull yourself back up. Good. Release those arms. I want you to inhale, open the shoulders. In the plant. Exhale, come down. And again, inhale, open. Exhale. Let's go the other way. Inhale all the way up. Bring it down. One more. Good. And soften. Good. Softly release those shoulders. You're going to take the knees wide once again. And I want you just to stretch all the way out. Now, if you don't have, again, the mobility, you can always take a block if that feels better. Relax your forehead, whatever feels right for you. So these practices, I really want you to make them your own. So whatever that looks and feels like, I'm guiding you to these postures, to these different movements, and to use your breath. But I really want you to pull what you need from these practices. That's how these practices become your own. So if you're ready, come all the way down if you're not already there. Relaxing through the hips, knees nice and wide. Good. Good. Slowly you're going to lean up just enough to come back to tabletop, as we're going to add in just a little thread the needle. But before we do, we're just going to kind of keep that in motion. So right fingertips reach. Exhale, you're going to bring them through. Exhaling, releasing that breath. Inhale, you're going to bring them back. Exhale, take it down. Good. One more. Inhale, reach. Exhale. This time you're going to stay. So maybe just softening down. You can take that bind if it feels good, or you can rest on the low back. You can even keep your hand by your face. Whatever you find that feels best for your body. Take a moment here. Take a breath. Exhale as you soften. Good. Releasing that bind. Press in to those fingertips. Right fingertips reach. Exhale. Take it down. We're going to go right into the other side. Left fingertips reach. Good. Exhale. Take it through. And again. Inhale. Reach. Exhale. Take it down. Last one here. Inhale. Reach. Exhale. Come all the way through. And again, just taking a moment, deciding what you need. The bind, not the bind. Maybe just relax it by your face. Whatever you decide you need here, please listen to your body. Good. Another breath in and out. Good. Slowly release, pressing into that hand, lifting those left fingertips all the way back up and planting it down. When you're ready, I want you to tuck your toes and then press all the way up and back. And I don't know about my mic here. Downward facing dog. Take a moment. Good. Reach it all the way back. Maybe dropping one heel and then the other. Good. Just sort of releasing the body. So at the beginning of class, I did talk about maybe this practice is just to sort of find some quiet and release the body. And so as you move and breathe, I want you to gently stretch and release. Good. Another breath in and out. Good. When you're ready, I want you to roll all the way out to your plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower the knees, release the toes, come all the way down, elbows graze the ribs, chaturanga. I want you to press into the mat, so just below your shoulders, upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, take it all the way back. Good. We're going to do that 2 more times. Really bend through the knees, ripple out all the way to your plank. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lower your knees, release your feet. Elbows come by those ribs once again. Good. Inhale, press up. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Good. Pedal those feet. Good. One more. Inhale, come all the way out. This time, see if you can take your chaturanga, knees lifted. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Good. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Left leg reaches back and high. Good. Inhale, step it up between those hands. If you need those blocks, grab them. If you don't, perfectly fine. Take a nice breath in and out. Good. One more breath. And out. Slowly shift forward. Step it back. Three-legged dog or downward facing. Good. And then you're just going to move through out to that plank. Inhale. Lower your knees or not. Exhale. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog and exhale. Downward facing dog. Right leg reaches. Take it back. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Step it forward. Again, blocks if you need them. Good. Nice deep breath in. Really relax that pelvis down towards the mat. Check in with that front foot. Make sure that your ankle and knee are in alignment. Full breath in and out. Good. One more breath. Beautiful. Exhale. Step it back. Three-legged dog or downward facing. Moving through your flow. Good. Clean breath in and out. Pedaling those feet once again. Good. Good. Left leg reaches one more time. As you inhale this time, you're going to step into pigeon. So you're going to soften everything down. Good. Just deciding where you need to be. So maybe you stay lifted if that feels right for you. If you have the mobility and you want to come all the way down, again, that is completely up to you. So decide what you need. Pause and breathe. Really releasing through that left hip. Good. Another breath. Beautiful. One more breath here. Good. I want you to start to lift all the way up as you inhale. Press back. Good. You're going to come onto that hip. You're going to swing that leg around. We're going to take a little twist here. So inhale, left fingertips reach. Exhale as you bring them across the body. Good. Let that shoulder drip away from the ear. Take your time here. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Slowly release. Come all the way over to the other side just to balance out that little stretch. And then taking that foot back, you're going to come back into that downward facing dog. Now you have an option. You can move out to your plank here, chaturanga, or you can skip that altogether and just stay in that downward facing dog. Wherever you are, take a moment, just moving through one leg and then the other. Right leg reaches. Exhale, step it forward into pigeon on this side. Again, taking time to settle in. Good. Deciding where you need to be. And then pause and breathe. Relax the head, relax the face. Taking your time. Good. Breathing a little extra space into that right hip. And one more breath. And out. Beautiful. Last breath. Good. Slowly, you're going to inhale. You're going to lift once more. Press up on those fingertips. And then softly, you're going to swing that leg around. Good. Take a moment. Inhale, right fingertips reach. As you exhale, come around, left fingertips serve as a little kickstand. Good. Take a few breaths here. Remember relaxing through your face. Let that shoulder drip away from the ears. Good. Good. One more breath. Good. Slowly releasing, coming all the way around. Oh, good. Unwind those feet. I want you to come all the way onto your back, knees into your chest. Taking a moment, rocking side to side. And then just reaching around for that happy baby. Good. So playing with this posture, gently stretching the inside of those thighs. Good. Taking a nice breath in, relaxing those shoulders away from your ears. Softening here just for a breath or two. Allowing the weight of your arms to just sort of gently, not forcibly, but softly just pulling those knees down towards the mat. One more breath. Good. Releasing those feet. Again, little squeeze. Everything lifts towards the center. And then I just want you to soften out for a moment, finding that Savasana. So relaxing the body, allowing things to get long and comfortable. Again, if you want your blocks, you can prop them underneath you. If you want to come up on a block, you can stay. Otherwise, you can just let the knees sort of fall in together, taking your feet as wide as the mat, allowing the arms to either rest out to a T or they can rest on the low belly, whatever feels best. Then relaxing through your face. So I want you to take 3 smooth breaths. Nice deep breath in. And out. Good. Another breath. And out. Maybe you walk those shoulder blades away from one another. Last breath here. Open the mouth. Let that breath go. Good. I want you to soften through your face, your jaw. Allow everything to just sort of relax where it is. So notice your body as it's connected to the mat. Allowing the body with each exhale to get a little heavier. Softening the thoughts in your mind. And rather than trying to force yourself to clear your mind, just allow the thoughts to come and go as they want. In and out. Your jaw is soft, your face is relaxed. And you're simply just breathing with a mantra of letting go. Letting go of your thoughts. Letting go of any stress. Letting go of any responsibility or to-do list. letting go of any feelings that no longer serve you. Letting go of any judgment, expectation, and self-doubt. Just simply choosing to be present as you pause in this space. Gently, as you follow my voice, I want you to deepen the breath the next time you inhale. Exhale, maybe sigh it out or open the mouth and release. Good, another breath like that. This time you're going to add in some movement as you inhale with your fingers, your toes. If it feels good, I want you to inhale, arms over your head. Maybe stretch one leg and then the other, nice and long. Everything comes back to the center as you roll on to your right side for just a moment, finding that fetal shape. Another moment, just a few more breaths just to reflect on this practice, how you feel. And when you're ready, maybe keep your eyes closed or your gaze soft. I want you to come back into that seated position on your mat. You're ready. Inhale, take the arms up. And exhale. One more time. Inhale, reach. This time, hands come all the way down, resting at your heart center. Just, again, a moment of gratitude for this practice, for this peace that hopefully is created, and just for you deciding to take a moment out of your day to invite in some stillness, some breath work, and some movement. It's always such an honor to meet in this online space. Wherever you go the rest of your day, the rest of your week, I hope that you go without judgment, that you go without expectation for yourself, and that most importantly, you go with peace. Namaste. All right, friends, thank you so much for this Saturday slow flow, maybe, whatever you want to call it. I hope that you feel better. I hope that you feel relaxed and ready to greet the day, whatever it holds for you. We'll see you guys again for a Sunday sort of yin practice. Until then, be well.